Shane, SEC. Played the wrong intro. Already off to a hot start. No, do not adjust your TV sets or phones or computers, what have you. Not Cousin Shane. Cousin Shane on vacation. So carrying the weight, and it's a lot of weight to carry, but carrying it for Shane. That's what we do here. Shane works hard. Does he really, though? But he works hard, so he deserves vacation. He's on vacation this week. College football is here. Perfect time if you run a podcast of college football to take a vacation. But it is what it is. I'm here. I'm here for you guys. And I got my orange on because we've got some news on Rocky Top. So we'll get to that in just a second. But don't forget, we're brought to you by MyBookie, all college football season. MyBookie.ag, that's the website. Promo code SEC. You put that in, they will match your initial deposit. The only thing better than college football is getting some action on the college football. So check them out. Help us out. Go over to mybookie.ag, sign up for an account, and don't forget, most importantly, if you put in an initial deposit, use the promo code SEC. They will match your deposit. And yes, it is a morning hangover. Thanks to Tennessee Legend. I got a little hungover drinking last night doing the power rankings, anybody that missed it. So go check out our friends, Tennessee Legend Distillery. If they're not in your package store, demand it. Get them, your local package store, to get you some Tennessee Legend. You will not be disappointed. Speaking of Tennessee Legend, Joey Aguilar, is he going to be that legend now that Nico's gone? I don't know. Quite honestly, I know Tennessee fans are fired up. Got them a quarterback, right? And I hope they're right, because this guy's thrown for, damn near 7,000 yards the last 2 years. A lot of touchdowns, a lot of interceptions, which is not going to cut it in a Josh Heupel offense. But I'm glad they came to this decision. I'm glad that we're not, we're a week away and they know who their quarterback is. But I don't know. I think this tells me this is more about Merklinger. I don't know how good he really is. I've watched a little bit of him, and I've not seen it from him. So, I could be wrong. But Joey Aguilar does stretch the field, I think, better than Nico, better than even Joe Milton. I know Joe Milton can throw it a damn country mile, but it doesn't matter if it's over everybody's head, right? So the hope is Joey Aguilar can come in here and do some unique things. He can run a little bit. He's tough. He'll stand in the pocket. And we'll find out. We'll find out come August 30th when Tennessee and Syracuse take the field how good he really is. But I certainly don't think, based on anything I've seen, that Joey Aguilar is good enough for Tennessee to beat Georgia. But hell, they can't beat Georgia. It don't matter who the quarterback is, so I don't even know why I'm bringing that up. But let's get to the comments here. I appreciate all you guys filtering in. And most of all, we appreciate you, Cousin JR. What a legend. Even when Shane is not willing to come in and do his morning show, JR's still showing up.
Legend, Cousin JR has done it again.
And this time it's Oklahoma or die. Welcome to the family, courtesy of the legend.
Memberships in this podcast are brought to you in part by Cousin JR.
Thank you, JR, and welcome all of you to another morning show. Just trying to, I would imagine a lot of you guys are at work or on your way to work trying to, be entertained on Monday. That's all we're trying to do here is entertain you here on a Monday. This show starts at 6:30. It sure as hell doesn't, Tim, when I'm here, because my ass is asleep. I just woke up about 20 minutes ago. So you ain't getting it any earlier than this. I can promise you that. Not while Shade's on vacation. So, yeah, the legend JR doesn't take vacations. I appreciate you. All right. Shane, yep, he's been replaced unofficially. Shane is actually on the golf course, so hope he's having a good time. I hope he's having a good time while we sit here and suffer. All right. So how about this, though? I really also appreciate JP, the guy that does all our voice clips and everything like that. He has sent me an email. He's kept track of all this stuff. I think this is hilarious, and I wanted to recap for all the cousins. Maybe we can get some more of these, but the off-season bets that we have made and some of the cousins have made. It's not just Shane and I making these bets. It's you cousins getting in on the action. So shout out JP. Let's go through these one by one and try to figure out, which, the most realistic options here and who's going to win these bets. Thank you again, JP, for getting this all together. And it starts with JP. JP and cousin Sven, they have a bet. If Oklahoma gets to 9 wins, let me throw up Oklahoma's schedule here. JP and Sven bet if Oklahoma gets to 9 wins, the loser will make a $20 donation to that SEC podcast. So either way, we win, whether the Sooners win or not. But if Oklahoma gets to 9 wins, then Sven has to donate. If they fail to do it, JP's got to donate. So who's donating the money? I think it's cousin Sven. Because I think Oklahoma's going to get to 9 wins this year. I really do. Hell, they may even get more. If the schedule wasn't a damn gauntlet, I maybe would have them getting a little bit more. But I think 9-3 is quite realistic if John Napier is who they say he is and if he stays away from the sports gambling. Yes, cousin Shane is. We don't reference that restaurant anymore. We don't give them free advertising. He's on a golf course. He is not cheating on his diet. Shane would never. Have you seen that, man? Dude, how dare you? How dare you insinuate that cousin Shane is cheating on his diet? So let me know what you think. 9 wins for Oklahoma. Who's winning this bet, cousin Sven or cousin JP? I'm sure you all agree. All right, now here's a good one. Cousin Shane and cousin Mike A. Mike's an Oklahoma fan. They are betting on the Tennessee-Oklahoma game. Loser owes the winner a $50 gift card to the restaurant that shall not be named. We may have to change this damn bet because we don't reference that restaurant anymore. We don't give them any free advertising because they have blocked Shane. It's a bunch of bullshit. Sorry for cursing this early in the morning, but it is what it is. But Mike A., cousin Shane, they have bet $50 gift card on Oklahoma at Tennessee. So, Mike A. says he's willing to change the restaurant. Perkins, Waffle House, come on down. You may be the beneficiary of the restaurant that shall not be named. But more, who's going to win in Neyland Stadium? Tennessee or Oklahoma? Now that we know the quarterback's Joey Aguilar, it doesn't really change a whole lot for me. But I would give right now a slight edge in this matchup to Oklahoma. You can never rule out Tennessee, though, with the home field advantage, particularly under Josh Heupel. Tennessee's been kicking ass at home. I mean, beating Alabama, they're beating Florida, and those are teams, the last couple of decades, really, Tennessee has struggled with. They have turned the page against some of their heated rivals at home. So now, last time Oklahoma came to town, I was there. And it went into overtime, and Butch Jones refused to go for it on the inch line. And that's why he's no longer Tennessee's coach, because he was afraid to go for it. Josh Heupel sure as hell isn't. So I can't wait for this game. I think it legitimately could go either way. So I don't know who's, again, I kind of lean towards Oklahoma right now, but I could be swayed because Oklahoma could fall apart. Tennessee could be better than expected. I don't think that's either one of those is unrealistic. So that's going to be a hell of a bet. Cousin Shane and Mike A. How about cousin JR? He's got a bet on here. JR gives so much, he doesn't need to give any more. But cousin JR has said he will donate 50 memberships to the Cousins if Georgia loses to Texas. So suddenly I'm rooting for Texas just for the 50 memberships. But we all know that, until you slay the beast, I don't know if Texas can beat Georgia, particularly in Athens. They couldn't do it twice last year, once at home, once in Atlanta. So what's the likelihood that old Georgia loses to Texas? I'm not liking those odds. I like Georgia in that game. But I do like 50 memberships. So I might be picking Texas to win that one. I don't know. Here's a question. Shout out Robert Jenkins. Why did the restaurant that shall not be named block Cousin Shane. Now, I don't have a real answer for you because, hell, I don't know. I don't run that account. But I think what it is, Cousin Shane gets tagged in so much Cracker Barrel online, and anytime Cracker Barrel does, I mean, you cousins, you're amazing. You always tag Cousin Shane, and I think Cracker Barrel just got fed up. Who in the hell is this fat bastard that we keep getting tagged in every post? Block his ass. We don't want to see this. That's the only thing I can think of. And how stupid. I mean, again, he's literally the biggest fan that they've got. And instead of embracing him, instead of, sending him a gift, if you sent Shane a gift card for $20, he would love you forever. And it would be good for your business. Instead, they block because, I mean, we've all seen the video, right? Cracker Barrel's going in the toilet. They're trying to reinvent their restaurant, and it's turning into dog shit. So I don't give a shit about Cracker Barrel. Now, if they want to sponsor the show, I will delete this pod forever. But yeah, it's like a bad divorce. So you tell me who's handling this situation poorly, because it's not us. It is the restaurant that shall not be named, and will not give them any more free advertising. All right, how about this one? This is a good one. Shout out Dylan Penley and Cousin Shane. Cousin Shane's getting in on all these bets. The bet on will be which coach will be fired first. Oh, this is easy. Billy Napier. Shane says Billy Napier, and Cousin Dylan Penley says Josh Heupel. So Josh Heupel, unless there's a scandal that I'm unaware of, he's not. Tennessee could go 4-8 this year, and I know they're not, but he could go 4-8. They're not getting fired. Billy Napier could go 6-6 and get fired. I mean, I think he's on that much of a hot seat, and I know the schedule's a gauntlet, but at some point we've got to see some damn results here, right? So, I mean, I don't even think this is a question. I'm not guaranteeing Billy Napier is going to get fired, but if it's the bet is which coach gets fired, I mean, Cousin Dylan, he may as well just pay up, and the loser owes the winner a dinner at the restaurant that shall not be named. We got to change all this. Again, we're not giving them any free advertising, not until they unblock Cousin Shane. But I mean, that's an easy bet. I can't believe. Shout out Cousin Dylan. I appreciate you being a man of your word and making a wager like this. But there's no shot in hell Heupel's getting fired unless he's got Chick-fil-A bags full of cash for these recruits, which they might have to start doing because of, well, let's not go down that road. But hey, shout out Cousin Ken. I like this question. What will Napier's SEC record be after the season? So Billy Napier's 10-14 just in conference games right now. So where will he be at the end of the season? Most realistically, if he's 10-14 now, and this is just conference we're talking here. I mean, I see there's all kinds of losable games here, but I do think Florida's going to be better. I'll give Florida a 4-4 SEC record, which would give them, that would make Billy Napier 14-18 in 4 years. And let's see, again, he's not Steve Spurrier. I realize that, but let's look up old Steve Spurrier's record at Florida in conference. Steve Spurrier at Florida. Whew, man, he was kicking ass, wasn't he? He's no Billy Napier, but he's close. Steve Spurrier at Florida. Sorry, this is taking a while for me to look up. In the SEC, he was 82-12. 82-12, and we're sitting here saying, well, hey, at 14-18, should we bring this guy back? I mean, hell, he's an up-and-comer. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Liquid says, if Heupel got caught wearing a Vanderbilt shirt, maybe he'd get fired. I appreciate Cousin Harry. Boycott is on. Waffle House forever. That's right where I'm at. Shane's not a big wing guy, Mike A. So I don't think wings are going to be on the table. Of course, he'll eat it. If that's all you got, he'll eat a shit ton of them. But not a big wing guy. Not a big wing guy. All right, how about this one? Cousin JP, he's in on another one. And Cousin Chase Moore, wager on Oklahoma versus Mizzou. Loser donates 5 memberships and admits the better team won the game. So who's winning? Mizzou at Oklahoma. The train wreck of a game last year. It's so funny how much Shane talks that game up, about how amazing the game was. And I'm sure he had a good time on his trip. I know he had a good time on his trip. But to call that a good game is a disgrace to the game of football. I mean, it was a dog shit game. It was unwatchable for 3 quarters and about 10 minutes. I mean, that was just pathetic watching that. I don't care if you were there. I don't care if you were watching at home. I don't care. It was that bad. Now the final, 5 minutes. Yeah, that was epic cinema, as old departed director would say. That was damn Martin Scorsese. That was epic cinema. But the rest of it was dog shit. So who's going to win this year? I'm pretty confident that Oklahoma wins this game at home. Now they're going to be beat to hell. They got Texas, at South Carolina, Ole Miss, at Tennessee, at Alabama, all leading up to the Missouri game. So if you're a Missouri fan, I think you'd be optimistic that Oklahoma is limping into this game. Who knows if it's very well could be that the season goes sideways on Oklahoma by that point in time. Meanwhile, Missouri, it's not like they got a cakewalk, but leading up to this game, they got Bama at Auburn, at Vanderbilt, Texas A&M at home, Mississippi State at home. Much, much, much more favorable lead up to the Oklahoma game. And this very well could be a playoff eliminator game. I think that's more likely for Missouri, because I don't know, as good as I think Oklahoma could be, will they still be in the playoff chase by that time? I think that would be a little bit of an upset. Meanwhile, Missouri, I think it's very realistic by that point you're still in the playoff chase. So, that's going to be one hell of a game. How about, JP's getting in on all these bets. JP wager on same game, Oklahoma, Mizzou. Loser donates 5 memberships. Oh, so damn, JP is just... So basically, he's got 10 memberships on the line for this Oklahoma, Mizzou. Now that JP did this list, I'm starting to sense this is all JP's bets, and he wants me to read them on air. But that's what we're doing, because this is a morning show, and I'm hungover thanks to Tennessee Legend, and I'm hungover because this is supposed to be Shane doing this shit, but I'm doing it because it's football, and I'm not letting you guys go without some content here as we get off here into week 0. Very excited. Hey, also excited for Tennessee Legend. Just gifted a membership. Tennessee Legend doesn't take a vacation, even Cousin Shane does. Shout out Tennessee Legend. They have gifted Gatorman. Gatorman, welcome to the family. We appreciate you, Tennessee Legend. Again, go get you some Tennessee Legend. I was just kidding about the hungover. They don't make you hungover. It just makes you excited for football. That's what it did to me last night. So shout out Tennessee Legend. We appreciate you. I mean, what other sponsors are showing up? You never see any other sponsor. The restaurant that shall not be named, they don't come in here and donate memberships like Tennessee Legend. So go support them. They support us, support them. People helping people. All right, Mike, OU, and Cousin Shane. Oh, wait, that's me. Okay. I thought it was Mike A for a second. Shane and I have bet $50 on Oklahoma, Texas. The loser owes the winner $50. So, I'll tell you, I'm feeling pretty confident about this. Texas, number 1 team in the country. But underdogs in the first game. Okay. Oklahoma, meanwhile, can't say they're flying under the radar. They got more hype on them than damn near any team, and maybe some of it's undeserved, but very excited for Red River. I'm hoping we get to attend that game very soon. I hope it's this year. So Cousin Shane and I, if they're both undefeated, we've made a vow to be down there, and I'll make a vow that Shane's going to hand me that $50 after Oklahoma whoops Texas ass in the Red River. Cannot wait for that. Shout out Cousin Shane for losing the money to me. All right, now here's another one Shane and I got going on. I'm feeling very confident about this one too. Over under Vanderbilt 4.5. I'm saying over. I mean, I think that's like lock of the century. People disrespecting old Vanderbilt again. Over under 4.5. I say over. Shane says under. Loser has to walk. And we all know how much Shane hates a walk. And honestly, JP says I didn't get the full amount of miles. I think Shane wants me to like double it up. So if it's, let's say Vanderbilt wins 2 games. They're not winning 2 games, right? But instead of walking 2, I'll have to do 4. Meanwhile, if Vanderbilt wins like, say, 6 games, then Shane's going to have to walk 1.5 miles, which is doable, right? I would think that's doable for damn near anybody. But again, we're talking Shane here. So he better hope that Vanderbilt doesn't win 10 games because it may kill him. It may kill him to have to walk a couple miles, you know? So that's where we're at. Of course, I know he's walking his ass on the golf course right now. So maybe he's getting into shape. I think he is getting in shape for when he loses that bet. He can be ready to walk his ass to the West End and apologize to Diego Pavia and old Clark Lee. All right, final one here. Cousin Shane, he bet. Yeah, this was last week. I think we bet all this. Shane said if Florida goes 11-1, which let's be honest, DJ Lagway situation, Billy Napier, head coach, there's no shot in hell Florida's going 11-1. But if they do, if Florida goes 11-1, Shane says he will go to Gainesville for 22 hours with a sign, ringing a bell, saying Billy Napier, I was wrong about Billy Napier. Billy Napier's a hell of a coach. Billy Napier, I mean, he struggled to win 11 games at Louisiana. So can he do it at Florida? As high as I've been on Florida, I don't think there's any shot in hell that's happening. I think that's why Shane bet on this one. Shane thinks it's more likely Florida wins 2 games than they win 11. So, and quite honestly, I'm probably in agreement on that one. Even though I am high on Florida, there's no shot Florida's winning 11 regular season games this year. Which I still can't believe I couldn't get him to bet some kind of walking bet. Because it ain't happening. But he ain't risking it. He is not risking his life for the Florida Gators. All right. Anything else? I mean, that's all I got here. I was just hopping on here. Hungover. Tennessee legend. My bookie. Don't forget about them. But any questions here? Any morning questions? We got week 0 football. Let's throw up that schedule real quick. Because we got football. I mean, I can't believe it. Week 0. I'm going to throw it on the screen here. You know, there's actually a decent game, too. It's not like normal where there's just these awful, awful games that we have to watch. But we got a week 1 action here. Or excuse me, week 0. Iowa State, Kansas State, 2 ranked teams. Are these really 2 top 25 teams? Probably not. But they're playing in Dublin. It's going to be nationally televised. That'll be fun. Dan Mullen. How about Dan Mullen? UNLV, Idaho State. That should be fun to watch for about 15 minutes till we see how awful Idaho State is. We got Fresno, Kansas. I'll be rooting for Fresno in that one. That should be fun. Sam Houston, which plays Texas. We get a little scouting done on old Sam Houston. And then Stanford, Hawaii. So, yeah, all of a sudden you see how awful these games are. But it's football, you know. They could give us any football. I'd watch it. Week 0. So can't wait for that. Hey, how about this one? Cade Flowers. What's on the menu for game day? You know what I'm really craving, and we're just not there yet because it's too damn hot out, but I would like some chili. Once it starts to cool down a little bit, my lady makes a really good white bean chicken chili. That's kind of what I've been craving. So that's probably what I'll rock with once it gets a little bit cooler. It's too damn hot right now. Cousin Mike, who you got? Iowa State, Kansas State. Give me Kansas State. That's about as much thought I'll put into that game. Over under, man with the plan. Over under Aguilar interceptions in the first game. Oh, how cruel. How cruel of you. How many? Here's the thing. Josh Heupel's quarterbacks don't throw a ton of picks. So over under, I would say the over-under on Aguilar's picks in the first game, 1.5. That's the over-under. and I'll take the under. I think he throws one interception, and it's probably on a Hail Mary. Tennessee's up late, just trying to, add some points, trying to cover that spread. I don't think he's throwing a lot of interceptions. I don't think Heupel's system, it's very quarterback friendly. So I just don't see it. I don't see it. Yeah, Green Wave. I'm right there with you. If it's football, I'm watching it. Hell yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I wish there was. Now we'll get it in the real week 1. Well, I wish there was like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday games. But that's week 1. Cannot wait for that. Chili does sound amazing, doesn't it? Green Wave says 0 picks for Swagular. Game 1. I have not verified this, so this could be total troll move, but shout out Petrino's Playbook. Mike on 3 just reported Ed Orgeron coming out of retirement. Does he save the Hogs? Are we talking as an offensive or defensive line coach? Because I don't think anybody is hiring Coach O to be a head coach, particularly not in the SEC. But would they take him as a defensive line coach? Hell yeah. I mean, I think damn near every team would take Ed Orgeron as a defensive line coach, but cannot see that happening. Tennessee Legends, appreciate you. Good choice on White Chili. I also like your Lady Crimson Calamity song, Best Friends. Yeah, so check out Crimson Calamity. They do all the music for the show, and I think they might be playing at Old Tennessee Legends at some point in the future, so I'm hopeful to see that. When does Shane come back? Friday before week 1. Here's the deal. Shane said he might actually be back this week because there's a hurricane apparently. I don't really pay attention to the weather, but if it gets him, they're going to come back. But so fingers crossed. I hope, for all the sakes, I hope Shane gets his full vacation, and I hope that doesn't hit. But yeah, so we'll see. Shane will be back probably next or this upcoming Sunday, if I had to guess. Who knows with him? Shane's the type where he'll come back, but he won't tell anybody. So he's like, well, if I don't tell anybody, they won't know, and I won't have to do any work. So Shane could be back now for all I know. He wouldn't tell me. Who you got as the Mizzou quarterback, Mike? Sounds like it's going to be Pabula. And, I think he fits better than Sam Horn, what they want to do. They love a mobile quarterback. A guy can run like hell, but that doesn't mean Sam Horn isn't going to play this year, because I think Sam Horn is probably a lot better passer than Pabula. So, I don't know. I would lean Bo, though. I think, especially now that we're in camp, and apparently we got issues with the offensive line. We're reshuffling. So you want the more mobile quarterback back there, I would think. Cousin Ken says the Hurricane nowhere close to Shane. So that's good. But, I'm just telling you what Shane told me yesterday. He said we might be back on Wednesday. That's what he said. Liquid, appreciate you. Member for 12 months. I just tickled over to 1 year. Thanks for all the great content, Mike. And Shane, don't forget Shane. I know he's taking a week off here, but Shane is the show, so shout out Cousin Shane as well, and shout out Liquid. We appreciate you, buddy. A year, that's incredible. Hanging out with us during the off season. Could not do it without you, cousins. Anything else here? About to hit the 30-minute mark. That's about my limit here in the mornings. I need some coffee, and but I'd be happy to answer any more questions. We got a question here. One last question. Hit me up with it. Anything else? I'm not seeing anything. Are you in a... Yes. Okay, great question. Vol Tiger. Steven and I will be back tonight. Full regular show as scheduled. So I think Steven's actually going to join me twice this week. We also have at least 2 other people filling in for Cousin Shane this week. So you're still going to get your full complement of shows. They just may be at different times because I have to accommodate for other people's schedules. But yeah, so you get a full content all week. We're here. College football's here. Very excited. Cannot wait. Man, this is going to be the best season yet. This is... I don't know. We sit here and talk SEC month after month after month, and I can't tell you who's finishing second in the conference. I can't tell you who's finishing 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. I mean, it is a total madhouse. And I even think the teams at the top, who I think Bama's going to win it, Texas could win it, Georgia could win it, hell, even LSU, Oklahoma, South Carolina, like a wild card, I could see them winning it. And I could see those teams that we're sitting here and people are telling you Texas, number 1 in the country, I could see them missing the playoff. I don't think that happens, but is it really that crazy? If they lose to Ohio State and they lose to Georgia, I mean, they're going to be underdogs in both of those. If they lose one more game, they're out. Is that unrealistic? I don't think so. How about same deal for Georgia? I mean, we could swing it for Georgia. Alabama, they cannot beat Alabama to save their lives unless all Alabama's receivers get hurt, which that happened just one time. But Kirby cannot beat Alabama. And Texas' biggest game this year may be Georgia. You know, if you lose both of those, remember Georgia took to 8 overtimes against Georgia Tech. Georgia was pushed by Florida, which lost DJ Lagway early in that game, and still people forget. I think people remember Florida had the lead, but I don't think people remember that Florida was driving and they had an opportunity to tie the game late with a damn walk-on at quarterback. Who knows? What if everybody's right about Hugh, or not everybody, but everybody that loves Hugh Freeze, which is down to like 6 people at this point. What if they're right about Auburn and Auburn beats Georgia? That's not unbelievable. Ole Miss whooped Georgia's ass last year. You know, all it's going to take is 1 or 2 upsets and Georgia's out of the playoff. Alabama, Kalen DeBoer, maybe we got to run his ass off because he loses to Vanderbilt again. He loses to Georgia. And he loses to LSU or Auburn or something like that. Now they're out of the playoff. The point being, this is completely wide open. This is not like that 5-10 years ago where we had, Alabama and everybody else. I think the SEC is completely wide open. Cannot wait for it. There's going to be tons of emergency shows. Wild stuff is going to be happening. Cannot wait for it. I'm getting fired up. That's all I got. I'm going to go get some coffee. I appreciate each and every one of you for hanging out, and I appreciate you, Shane, for taking a vacation and leaving me to do this, your work for you. But I'll be here all week. I ain't going anywhere. We'll catch you on the next one. We'll be back tonight with Steven. Bye.
Hey, buddy, this beer's for you, Mike, and Cousin Shane. That SEC podcast loves the Pirate, and the Pirate loves that SEC podcast. Hail